Now, I spoke to Douglas Murray about Brianna Joy Gray's crazy comments about Hamas. But have a look at this clip of her rolling her eyes when a family member of a hostage held somewhere in Gaza asks her to believe October 7 rape victims.
And I really hope that you specifically will believe women when they say that they got hurt.
All right, thanks for joining. Stick around. More Rising coming up next.
She did not like being told that. I can understand perhaps, but there was just a callousness there. And given the comments she's made, she shouldn't be surprised by that response.
That was one of the most despicable things I've seen on the air, frankly. But ultimately, I'm kind of glad she did it because, okay, first of all, this is a woman who has called Israel a genocidal country, committing genocide in Gaza. This is who we're dealing with. But ultimately, I'm happy because really it exposes the truth of the left.
The Wall Street Journal is reporting that clashes between Israel and the terrorist organisation Hezbollah are escalating, with a full-blown war now an increasing possibility, Ami.
Yeah, let me tell you what's going on here, okay? So Hezbollah, for the most part, through the beginning of the war, was sitting mostly on the sidelines. Now, I know you're saying, well, how could that be? They've been bombing Israel this whole time. Yeah, they have, but really in a very quiet, measured way. They have upwards of 120,000 rockets they could be raining down hellfire in Israel, and they have held back. Why? Because they saw Israel's prosecution of the war. They saw what happened to Gaza when Gaza attacked Israel, when Hamas attacked Israel. They said, we don't want any part of that. In fact, Israel has been very transparent to Lebanon on what would happen if Hezbollah got involved in the war. They said, we are going to target your infrastructure. They were very clear about this, and they showed it with the prosecution of the Gazan war. But let me tell you what has happened and why we are now on the precipice of a war with Hezbollah. Because Hezbollah has been watching and learning. And what have they learned? They looked at what the Biden administration has done when it comes to defending Israel. They saw them throw Israel under the bus when they thought it suited their political purposes. And now they say, this is the time to engage in a war, because we know that if Israel strikes back in a hard way to defend itself, Biden will turn on Israel, will not have his back, and therefore give us the cover to do what we have to do. They will put the pressure for us to stop Israel from attacking Hezbollah targets inside Lebanon. They are smart, they have learned, and that's the lesson they have learned on how Biden has thrown Israel under the bus.
Well, he has been inconsistent, if you want to be kind, but weak and unprincipled. Is that going to continue if this clash with Hezbollah does escalate further, or will the Biden administration come to their senses?
I mean, I can only see what I see on Gaza. No, I don't see that changing at all. In fact, I see them being even more vocal against Israel, saying, Israel, what are you doing? Start a second front against another country. No, I think it's the opposite. I don't think they would have Israel's back. If you could prove to me why they would, I could believe it. I don't see evidence of that at all.
Ami Horowitz, thank you so much for your time this evening.